Okay, I should be good to go now. Okay. We are now live. That is exciting. Yeah, we can just start now. Today I'm going to be streaming the very first signature event, the Mall of America, of the season, and specifically the elimination matches, most anticipated games, all up to this far. I'm really excited to see how the strategy, how the gameplay is going to work out, and also the robot designs. That is another really big thing I'm excited for. So we're going to start off with the number 1 seat against the number 8 seat. Very interesting that we're starting off with the number 1. Well, we are just because our brackets work out. Let's try and let's wait for the cameraman to go, and then we can go over here. Here's a good frame. Okay, we can go over some of these robots here. We have a basketbot. Can I zoom in? It's not really letting me. We have a basketbot here. It looks like that could be a D-score bot. This is the number 1 seat for red, so they are the anticipated alliance to win. While blue has... So it looks like none of these robots have, like they're not really C-bots or S-shaped. They're just high score, high power thrust robots. We do have basketbots though. I have been keeping my eyes open for basketbots because, basketbots are interesting when it comes to robotics, because there's 3 types of robot designs that work well in this game, unlike last season where there's only 1. We have the C-type, the S-shaped type, and the basketbot. You could add in some D-score mechs or something like that, but usually those are the top 3 that stand out for me. I have my eyes open on all 3, but especially basketbots. Because what I've seen, what I think, is that basketbots aren't good if they aren't built or used correctly. They just aren't. Because the biggest drawback for these basketbots is their low scoring functionality. And this is a high scoring match. Like, you want to score a lot of blocks before someone pushes you off of where you're scoring. And that's what's happening here. What was it? Okay, yeah. I've seen some online of some robots that can score really fast, and I think those could work well. But I really want to see a robot design that could work well as a basketbot. I'm really inclined. So let's take a look. It's gonna start right off to autonomous. We're just gonna grab 3 back as well as red here, open the one on the bottom, and then scoring all those pretty nicely. Okay. Blue is gonna score by misses. Blue's gonna carry 3 back to the master landing. Sorry. There's a lot. Oh, I tried to pause. There's a lot that happened there. So we could go through it again. But it looks like they have 2 block intakes, which is really good for autonomous because you can take the 3 pack and then the match loader and then score using the net 7 using your pre-match load. That's what a lot of teams are doing. Although this basketball went for the bottom ones too, which just more blocks score is great. Looks like it's not able to score in time, which is actually probably the better idea, and here's why. Because if you have a robot scoring in like one of these long goals over here, and you kind of wait to score, like if you just hold him and get up to the post and wait to score until after autonomous, you can possibly descore the blocks that an opposing robot put into a long goal. So that's great. No one, and keep note of this, no one's going for the middle for autonomous. Very good. I'm gonna say this again. I've said this for the longest time. Please don't score in the middle. Early game or autonomous. I mean, I could see you scoring in the middle if you are scared about like these scoring bots, or if your opponents just aren't really aware or they aren't really good, because they're not gonna know, because it is so easy to descore from the middle. So what is like the best way to play out pushback? Score the long goals the first part of the game, and then around the last 30 seconds, go ahead and either like defend or score the goals and try and like score in the middle. But I'd say from here, red is in the greater position because it looks like red does have enough blocks to descore blue here. And then red has a lot in here, and just going great for red right now. But let's see how that plays out. And blue is gonna get bonus, but red is still in the better position. That red's okay. Blue's just gonna stay there so that they don't get descored, but I kind of did a little bit. And then blue, like here's red's making a mistake here. Because blue's going right back to the max loader, and it wants to contest this zone here. But this red robot here from this area went down here. Why is this a bad idea? This robot just gave up so much space on the field, and now this blue robot can play with all the space here. It can match load, and it can score in this and descore these red easily. Not good for red. Red's just going to try and defend this robot from scoring, which has not really been good because this blue robot can now score. But red, this robot here could just defend this long goal here, and they're just going to continue and fight it out, and that's how it should be played. This robot's continually pushing back and forth, but I feel like it's a bad idea to do that because these blocks aren't going anyway, even if you keep pushing it in. I know this robot has like a good way to like push blocks, but if you back up for a little bit, like this robot can potentially do the same, back up, push back, and then descores them. Just avoid doing that. So misplay from red. There we go. Look at that. Blue left the zone, and now it gave red an opportunity to descore. I mean, they didn't have many blocks, and blue needed to do something, so that was probably the better play from blue, not gonna lie. And now red's just gonna match load because they have enough space to, and defend this goal. See, like, blue shouldn't be scoring in this goal if they know that red's just gonna defend it. Like, red is just match load, and they're over here. Red has enough, like, there's enough space for red to guard it. So blue should not be doing that. Blue should be going over here since they don't even have many blocks scored, and break up the fight, because look at all this positioning over here and field space, and they could make a descore on red over here. But blue doesn't do that, so misplay on blue's part as well. I have no idea what blue's doing. They might have disconnected, but I don't know why you would even want to go over to this route anyway. I guess it's trying to like knock red away, but that's just not a good play, because you need to look at all this space over here. They're fighting out. This red robot can go over here and try and descore these reds. not good play from this match. It's kind of sad, especially with the number 1 seat. Both misplays from both ends, but Red's actually going to go for middle now, which is probably the better play. Sadly, I think this robot actually disconnected. I'm not sure why. That actually has been a theme in this tournament. There's a lot of robots that disconnect in the middle of the game for no reason. Red's going to de-score because now Red has enough positioning, because now it's 2v1. And Red should just score middle now and park, which it's what they're going to do. Yeah, this one's going to defend the zone, and this robot will score. This one's going to park, this one's going to score, and this one's going to defend. Okay, great. Great plays there. Red overall played better. They just did. They did have a few mistakes at the beginning, but they bounced back, and Blue made the majority of the mistakes, and kudos to Red. Nice game from them. Yeah, that's just gonna be. Wait. Oh, this was from the round of 16. But here's the bracket. You wanted to pause and look at that, see if there's any teams that you noticed and how they did. Then we can go on to our next quarterfinal, the second quarterfinal of the match, and it's going to be against the 4th seed team and the 5th seed team, so that's excited to see. Ooh, we have team from China. We usually don't see teams from China a lot, so that's interesting to see. Maybe we could look out for that. Let's grab to the match. Here there is. We have a good spot here. It's kind of hard to see at the robots from the angle, especially the camera angle that this tournament's set up for, but we have a basketball of some sort, which is all I'm trying to say. This looks like a robot that can score well, and it has a great basket to hold a lot of blocks. I feel like those type of robots can be really good. So I'm really intrigued. I'd definitely take a look at this robot while it's playing the match, and this robot over here. It looks like that's a basketball too. It has a vertical scoring system. I don't really like the vertical scoring systems just because vertical scoring systems are actually kind of common for basketballs, and can't really score that fast that way. So that's what I'm talking about. A basketball that can't score very fast is usually doesn't really work out well. And you have these robots here. It looks like a D-score mech. Where you can just put like 3 blocks in, ram like these pull in, and then it can grab control bonus and D-score. They have this hood with like an extension to help like D-score blocks by ramming into the goal. I do like that. It's actually pretty nice. It makes it a lot easier. I think it's easy too. I don't know why, but I was kind of hesitant on that idea at first when it was brought to me. But it's good. I like it. I can't really see what that robot's about, but it looks like a high score. Maybe D-score up top, but we'll see. Ready for autonomous. Always very curious about autonomous too, especially this early in the season. Although it looks like they have some double intakes, so they can grab the 3-pack pretty easily. Okay, here we go. So yeah, blue gets a 3-pack as well as this blue here. This one gets a 3-pack and it's gonna score. And it's gonna grab the match loader. Nice job. Okay. Autonomous went very well for both teams. They got the 3-pack, they got the match load, and they scored. Well, mostly. This one halted scoring, which I like that better, just because, especially in these great autonomous scoring bots, if you just wait and to score after autonomous, you can de-score these blocks over here. That puts you less for autonomous win point, and autonomous bonus, but it overall is going to help you win the match. So I don't know, if you're more focused on autonomous win point and the bonus, don't do that. But if you're not focused on like winning, you think that's gonna give you the edge, do what that robot's doing. But yeah, that looks like red win point. Alright. And then, wow, look at that design. It has a nice hood. That's actually pretty satisfying, too. But Red's going to take the opportunity to D-score and great in time. Now, both the robots just going to be at a standstill. No one wants to let go, because whoever lets go is going to be very heavily punished. So they can basically do nothing unless your teammate comes over and gives up their positioning, which can be risky. But sometimes it can be good, especially if you were blue right now. And like, yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna do. They're going to D-score, especially with this hood. It's gonna be really great team play, but great job from red. And blue is actually not gonna be able to do much from that positioning. It got a little while ago, but red is playing this really nicely. They have this interesting hood basket idea. That is kind of cool. Kind of works nice. Oh, it has a D-score mech too. That's nice. I think it was like a pistonized D-score mech. They're gonna be at a standstill again. These guys are gonna be at a standstill. So now they are in a predicament. Whoever lets go is going to be punished. So no one wants to let go. So what do you do in this situation? Well, it's kind of complicated. But honestly, both teams are at a standstill. So possibly the team with the less to lose, or with the robots that's hard to D-score blocks, they don't have much in the tank, can let go. And if you are blue, let go and push the red out of the way for it to score. Get back in the standstill, push this robot out of the way and whatever it's doing, and try and score. It's hard. It's really hard when you're at the standstill. But red's actually going to move away and score middle. Actually, that's a great idea, because it looks like this robot's having a hard time actually D-scoring, because their D-score mech doesn't look like it's too far up. But is the robot disconnect? If that is, that's sad. That's so annoying, because when the robot disconnects, that's kind of the end of the game for them. That's just so annoying, especially for a viewer standpoint and trying to go for skill. So there's been so many robot disconnects from this signature event. It's actually very annoying. It's just not fun to see. But nice D-score from red, taking advantage from the space. Red's also going to D-score. I mean, with the hood, you don't want to D-score that, because you more often than not you're going to D-score more of your own block, so it's not too great from red. But try and double park. Do they get the double park? I don't think they do. I don't think the tire's over. Yeah, I don't think they get the double park there. Unless they do. A lot of people are taking pictures, trying to see if they have the double park. Turn volume on, actually.
Well, the scores on the board is going to be the Red Alliance again with a score of 120-20.
Okay, so it was not a double park. They tried. Oh, I know, this was the last team. Oh my gosh, that always confuses me.
On to our next quarterfinal. Red Alliance 166. And
okay, I guess we'll have to figure out after this match if they actually got the double park, but it doesn't look like they did. It looks like they tried, but I don't think they did. Ooh, and it's going to be Killer Instinct, which I really like Killer Instinct. They're from my state, Indiana, and Indiana is the most competitive state. So any high status Indiana team is always going to be great to look at. Yeah, just like it's basically a fact that Indiana is like backed up by stats and all that. Indiana is the most competitive state, and I actually know all the members from Killer Instinct. They're a really great team. So I'm excited to watch them. I actually don't know what type of robot they went with this year. But they're actually going to be the 10th seed, and they'll be facing off the second seed from a team from China and Canada. So this actually feels more of like I don't say, but yeah, let's look at these robots. This is going to be an exciting match. Here we go. So it looks like we have a. So I don't know which robot's Killer Instincts. I can't see from their plates, but it's hard to see from this camera angle. It's so far away, and the camera robots are positioned weird. But they do have the hood. It looks like a D-score mech. 2-block intake. Nice rollers at the side. That's actually nice addition. They'll just like funnel in the blocks. Yeah, it's hard to see these robot designs from their angles, but we'll watch Autonomous here. Really excited for this match. They got the 3-pack. Blue got the 3-pack. Red got the 3-pack. Red is scoring. Alright, Blue's gonna get. Look at all those blocks from Blue. Wow. And they're just gonna hold on those blocks until after time is. Great idea. I do like that. And it looks like Blue does also block. So Blue is in like a pretty good position. There are some blocks in the middle. But I have seen some standstills like from these early matches, so maybe middle will be hard in that sense. But I think it's tie, because it could go either way from this positioning if red is up and blue is up. So I think from their positioning, they're both at tie. But let's see how blue. Yeah, blue is I don't know what they're doing. Okay, are they gonna score or not? This robot is really like their weight distribution is not good at all. But they're gonna wait for red. Honestly, that's a risky play because this robot's just gonna defend the entire time. So I really don't know about that. Yeah, no. I think that's Killer Instincts with the weight distribution. Yeah, they really need to fix that weight distribution. Especially from a team like Killer Instinct. Like, I was expecting a little bit more. Yeah, weight distribution is really not good when it comes to robots. And unfortunately, they're gonna have that. Oh, but look at this position. Look at all the space. Red realizes. But yeah, blue is in such a bad position right now. Blue has not been playing well this match. They haven't scored at the beginning. And they've just been essentially running around the field, hoping for something to happen while they're not doing anything at all. Doesn't make any sense. And I'm sad, like, seeing from my Killer Instinct, like, they're a good team, but their robot and their playstyle just hasn't been up to core with all these other teams. But blue does find some nice positioning. They get nice score. Yeah, red like red can move up and push them up over here because there's a lot of space on the bottom if they like both go for one robot. Yeah, red's gonna go for middle. That's definitely the best play right now. While blue is gonna try and D-score. Killer Instinct is successful in that D-score, but it's just not enough. Yeah, it's gonna be a standstill over here. Well, this robot's trying to push this one out of the way, but if red gets control bonus in the middle on both top and bottom, there's nothing that, like, it's kind of over. Oh, but blue's gonna score the middle. Okay, that's good. It's a tie. It's a tie on the top. Double park? Did that double park? I can't tell. Can't tell this robot over here. I don't think it did. No, I don't think it did. There we go. Okay. From the last quarterfinals, we're looking at this interesting double park situation. But they did get the double park. Great. Like that was the first double park I have seen. Really great to see, but yeah, they still got pretty swept. They still got destroyed, but double park, really great to see. That was the first one I've seen one. That's making me more believe that the last one was a double park. Ooh, but we're gonna be. Oh, okay. So we're going to view Power Beans. Power Beans is another. Oh, sorry. Power Beans is another pretty top team, especially in Worlds. They have some pretty high achievements. Yeah, Worlds last year they were pretty good. Really excited to see Power Beans in action again. I don't know what their robot is this year. Really excited, but they're gonna partner up with a team from Shanghai. While we have All Out and Red and Exothermic Burnout. I haven't heard these teams before, so we'll see how they play. Oh, come on. Oh, whoa. Hold on. I want to see the robots. Whoa. It's hard to see the robots. Like the camera job on this stream is not the greatest at all. But red is gonna be the the favorites coming into this, especially with Power Beans, and they are the third seed. But everyone does autonomous really well. They got the 3-pack and scored accordingly. Blue's gonna go for middle. I have mixed feelings on the middle because it's easy to descore middle, but also sometimes scoring middle and like those standstills have been distracting among teams. Although I still don't like it. I still don't like the middle scoring. I feel like it better uses in the long goals because like towards the end of the match, like some team's gonna descore that. I'm still standing by that. I don't like that. But honestly, nice autonomous from everyone. Like actually, like grabbing the blocks, 3-packs, just shows you 2-block intake superiority. So good at grabbing those 2-block, those 3-pack in the middle. Alright, excited to see the match. Red is in a better spot than blue. And red is just not going to have blue score at all, which is the best thing to do. Red is actually going to score faster than blue, so red got the match loads and they got faster than blue. Great job. Great thinking, great planning ahead from red because they knew that they could do that. These teams are going to be at a standstill, and blue is in a very bad spot. And oh my goodness. Right, when I say that, red makes a very crucial mistake. Oh my goodness. I don't even know why they did that here. I will go back 5 seconds. But, let me show you what is happening right now, okay? We have, on the bottom, red and blue. They're at a standstill. Blue is over here. Wait, where's the other robot? I can't. Okay, it's over here. I went back. Sorry. We'll go back here. They're at a standstill. Red does not want this robot to score. So what does this robot here do? It's going to abandon the idea and it's going to try and push this robot out of the way. horrible idea. Red has so many more blocks scored on the bottom, and by moving over here to try and push this robot out of the way so that it can score just a little bit more blocks, it gave this robot so much space on the field. So much space on the field. Now, the plan that Red had to have this, it didn't want this robot to score at all because it was holding so many blocks. It's going to score now. Look how much space it is. It's going to punish Red so badly. On top of that, this robot uses its D-score little hood thingy to ram into the goal, and it D-scores a lot of its own blocks. Why? Like, you don't need to push yourself into the goal when there's 3 blocks, 3 blue blocks at the end of that long goal. Like, when you have a type of hood that's going to push the blocks a lot. Doesn't even make sense. A lot of misplays from Red, and Blue is going to take very well advantage of this. They're like, look at all this. They're going to score so much here. Control bonus, and now Blue can just guard this. Red is going to get the full, and Blue just runs away. It's a full goal. Nothing else for Blue to do. So it's just going to try and get this robot out of its standstill. It's actually going to go for middle. That's probably the best idea. It's going to get this, like, they're both going for this goal. One blue robot could actually try and maybe pivot and D-score from this. Possibly. It just depends. Okay, blue's gonna get some of the D-score and more position, but red bounces back. Red's just gonna guard this goal. Best thing for red to do, but blue's gonna go more for the middle. Red just going to, it's not really gonna D-score that, but it's gonna try and use it. Whoa, look at that block, that just flew. It's gonna try and use its D-score mech and push this robot away because blue is in such a bad position. Even after that misplay from red, there's just so many blocks scored from red already that blue need the middle, which blue got the middle, so kudos to them, and they knew that too. And they're gonna park. Is that a double? No, it's not. Okay. Crazy match. If there's a match, like in every tournament, there's gonna be a few matches that you're going to need to keep the account in your mind and look back at them and rewatch again later. This is one of those matches. Okay, keep that in mind. We had one in yesterday's stream. We have another one today. Keep this in mind. Really good match that you need to rewatch and watch again. A lot of stuff happened there, but red were able to come up on top. Great job to Power Beans there. And in that last match, it was not a double park. And I think that's what I thought also, but a lot more teams are trying the double park here. Which is fun to see, you know. But no one's gonna double park here. Red actually weren't able to park. I thought they were. I guess not. But I mean, red still swept, so it doesn't matter. We have moved on from the quarterfinals, and we are now in the semifinals. 2 matches. We have 2 more matches that we're going to watch in the stream. And then I'm going to make a video on the finals match. And that's, so we're gonna watch the semifinals, call it a day, and then I'll post the finals in a pretty detailed explanation and view and strategic backgrounds on the finals. But let's get into the semifinals. We have the anticipated champions of the tournament red team here. They played pretty well in their quarterfinals match. So yeah, they're gonna be from Wing Forest. Okay, they played well in their match too. It's gonna be interesting. Come on. Okay, it's a little bit of a break there. We're about ready. In the last quarterfinals, Red were able to win. Come on, can we get to the match? Okay, here we go. Excited to watch this. Both teams had pretty good autonomouses in the quarterfinals, so I'm excited to see how that plays out here. So Blue's only gonna get 2 from the 3-pack, and same as Blue, other. Okay. Although both red teams were able to get the 3-pack, this one was able to match the load. It backs up a little bit to start, which I'm not a huge fan of. Don't really know why. Maybe that was like a coding issue or something last minute. But red is definitely in the better position right now. It has most blocks scored on each goal. This one can match load, and descore these, stand still, and that'd be in a great spot. So it's gonna get the bonus, and red's gonna immediately try and descore. While red's gonna give up, well, this robot's gonna give up its positioning to go all out on this. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like that, because there's so many things that can go wrong in doing that. And you gave blue so many positioning that, like, he scored all those blocks for, like, none of the ones on the bottom. So, bad play from red, sadly, to see. Red's gonna descore, ready for its next score, and blue is just really wants this goal that it just lost position of. Blue's gonna get the full 15. I mean, yeah, red is here. I mean, yeah, red's gonna get the full 15 over here. Blue's kind of close over there. And these teams are actually pretty equal in positioning. Like, blue has so much space over here. Now it can just guard this goal. Yeah, it's just gonna stay there and do nothing. Because it does not want this goal to go to waste as well as this red team. Now, this essentially creates a 1v1. Because I don't really want to give up positioning on any of these goals unless your teammate needs help, which both of them do. So blue's gonna give up positioning there, and it's kinda close to the goal, so good play from red. Red sees, oh, look at this goal! Oh my goodness. I feel like this robot here could have went for a sneaky D score there. Like, they're really close, they had the hood for it. But it went back. It was too scared, but I think red needed to take that risk, but it didn't, so sad for that. Yeah, red's gonna take that risk now. It's gonna descore all those. Great, well done, red. It looks at the positioning, and it's gonna go for middle. It's gonna ignore the middle. Great job from red. And oh my goodness, great in-game stuff from red. It went to the top. It went to the middle. It ignored the bottom because there's so many little time lifts. Great. Chef's kiss. That was beautiful in-game stuff from red. And red are definitely gonna win. Blue didn't even have enough time to park. They were so confused, so scared at that in-game play, but great job from red. Great job. That was great gameplay. If there's another thing you want to rewatch the end game of this match. Keep that noted. That was beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Oof. And we're going to get our last match that I'll be streaming today. And then I'll make a video on the finals that you can watch on my channel, so be sure to subscribe for that. But we are going to watch the second seat and the third seat battle it out. From these teams, I think Power Bean's team is most likely to win, but it's definitely going to be tough. Yeah, Power Beans have been playing well. I like their team in general. So I think Blue's going to win, but we'll see. It's going to be close. And yeah, straight blowout. Like, that was really close all game long, but that in-game move from Red was beautiful. They played that great. And now, somewhere, okay, they're gonna give out some awards. It looks, no, they're not. Okay. Way too far. Okay. Ready for autonomous. Okay, Red's gonna grab the 3-pack. This one over here, Blue. Looks like both of their 3-packs got. Oh, looks like a coding mess up from this row over here. Yeah, I'll take 2 of its blue ones. When I thought I'll take those red ones. Yeah, but blue. I don't know. It's hard to say who has better positioning right now. But I kind of feel like, blue have better positioning right now, but it's really close. Probably position tie. Red's gonna do the bonus, and we're gonna start the match now. Red's just going to match load, and blue is gonna focus its starting energy on trying to de-score this goal. Okay. And that stuff, I guess they're just gonna let this robot score a lot, which is an interesting move. It's a risky move, but it's a risk that might be worth taking. Blue did an interesting D-score there, but it still evens stuff out for that goal. I mean, Blues have control bonus, but Blue, great positioning. Like, Blue, great score from Blue. Yo, bro, hi, I'm not sure how to say your name. Shimivam Hedjiedi? I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but, yo, bro. Hi, how are you doing? How are you, what are your thoughts on these matches? Hey, these are, definitely crazy matches, for sure. But, Red's gonna try and score. Oh, wait, this robot disconnected. Oh my goodness. You've gotta be joking. Another robot disconnects. What is this, the third, the fourth time today from these eliminations that a robot disconnects in the middle of the game? I'm so, this is so frustrating. I feel like this is, maybe, VEX pushed out, a new software thing on their hardware. But, I don't know. Because there's been so many robots that have just disconnected in the middle of the match during this whole competition. Really sad to see. But, yeah, there's no way that Red can win now. And, yeah, it looks like Power Beans is going to move on to the finals, but it's sad that they weren't even, oh wait, the robot reconnected. What is going on? VEX really needs to figure stuff out, because, the stuff going down in this spin is really weird, but looks like that robot gets back in connection. It can actually play the game, which is great. Blue's just gonna focus its efforts on descoring that goal. I'm not really sure what this robot's doing right here. It's trying to get this robot out of the way for its teammate to score, but it's pushing itself into the goal, helping it not score. That makes no sense. I don't even know why you'd want to do that. I don't know what this robot is. It's gonna go for the middle instead, and then try and go. This robot disconnects again and then reconnects. Like, what is going on, Vex? And no one's gonna park. Okay, they do park. They do find a park. Oh my, that was a messy game. I'm gonna be real with you guys. That was a messy game from the teams. I actually don't know who won that. Because blue has middle. Looks like it's a tie on that goal, but red has that goal. Oh no, I don't know who won that. It's hard to say. We'll figure out who won that sometime, please. I don't want to know who won. These finals. So, oh, Power Beans lost. Wow, Power Beans lost. It was a close match, but even after Red disconnecting and reconnecting towards the end of that game, they still won. But it's sad to see Power Beans go, but it's impressive how a robot can disconnect and reconnect a few times and around the end of the match and still win. But these are going to be our teams in our grand finals of the very first signature event of pushback. I'm really excited. I'm actually not going to be streaming the finals matches. I'm going to be making a video on them and then posting them to the channel. So subscribe so you're ready for that. But I'm gonna wrap up the stream by just going over my thoughts on this tournament. What are your thoughts? Type in the chat if you have any thoughts about the tournament that you want to go over. What are your ideas and all that? Because I can always go over that and help you out. And well, this game has a lot of different robot designs that can work well instead of just one, like how high stakes was, which I like. It's gonna make pushback better than high stakes. I think pushback is better than high stakes. Pushback definitely takes more strategy than high stakes. High stakes take a lot of strategy, but pushback actually, I'm pretty sure tops that. But overall, yeah, strategy is really hard. A bunch of standstills. It's gonna be a great season, guys. But that's all the games I'm streaming today. If you had any thoughts yourself, please let me know. And yeah, I'm making a video on the finals. And I think that's it. If no one has anything else to say. Alright, well, have a great rest of your day. And be sure and check out that video when it comes out soon. And yeah.